Hi, you crafty folks. Amy here with Amy's Wares, and today I'm going to make a cute stamped card for you. I have this stamp and die set from Not Too Shabby. This is a small business in Illinois that has invited me to guest design for May. They also sent me that adorable paper pad, and here's a photo of the finished card. I'm going to show you the inside as well. I pulled together these products to make this cute and colorful card that's sure to bring a smile. So to start, I'm going to do some simple stamping. I have my original size Misty. I have half a sheet of cardstock. That is actually 120-pound accent opaque that I'm working with. And I'm just going to take some of the stamps, not all of them, but even the sentiments have coordinating dies, which I absolutely love when companies do that. It's so fun. So I'm going to actually stamp the sentiment that I'm going to use as well on the front of the card, because I can die cut that out and put that into my composition. So I'm going to pick up the stamps with my Misty Door and condition them with my hand, because I haven't used most of them yet. And I want to get the manufacturer's goo off of it so it gets a good impression. Now I will stamp a few times here. I'm going to use my press tool that my friend sent me just to kind of make sure I'm getting nice even pressure on this cardstock. I do decide to flip it over and do the same thing again, just in case my coloring is an absolute disaster. It's always nice to have a backup, and then you can have those for future use as well. So I'm just going to stamp them on both sides, and then I'll get to coloring in these cute little images. Now, to tell you a little bit more about Not Too Shabby, they are a small business, a woman-owned business, so she does get some help packaging orders from her husband, and she has some friends that also help her, but she's basically a small woman-owned business in Illinois. Like I said, she reached out and asked if I wanted to guest design, and she sent me the Paper Pad Club and the Stamp and Die of the Month Club, and then she also sent me a pack of ephemera. So I do have a couple videos to share throughout this month, so stay tuned for those. Be sure to follow Not Too Shabby on their social media. I'll try and link everything below. I will link the products as well in the video description box below. If you do follow those links, I might make a small commission at no additional cost to you, but it really does help me out. So I have some Copic colors here. You'll see quickly as I'm attempting to color that many of my markers are not cooperating. Many have dried out on me again, even though I feel like I just went through all of them and refilled the ones that needed it. But I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have some real talk about Copics. I'm not thrilled right now. So I can't say I would recommend them, if I'm honest. So I've spent, like I'm sure many of you, a lot of money investing over time in these markers. Now granted, I don't use them all that much, but I do have them stored, you know, on their side. I've had them stored upright before. I know there's probably talk about the best way to store it, but I don't know if it's the lid's cracking or what, but so many of them are dried out, and I feel like even after I refill them, they still don't work, and I feel like for the price point, it's not great. It's not great to have that happen. So let me know in the comments if you're struggling a little bit with your Copics too, or if maybe there's just something entirely that I'm missing in terms of keeping up with these. But either way, I found some that worked. I found some perfect honey colors. And as you saw, I was able to use that little fill-in stamp. Such a cute addition. Great job on that. To fill in the honeycomb, and then I'm just going to kind of deepen it with some darker honey colors and like lighter browns, just to kind of give it even more dimension, to look like those openings are really recessed on the honeycomb. So very simple coloring. Here I'm trying to get a very light blue to do the wings, and you can see the pen is literally leaking alcohol all over my hands, and not really putting any pigment down. So I grab yet another marker. See, I told you I was struggling here. I grab a different blue marker and just put just the slightest little bit of blue in the wings. And you might wonder why blue, but it's kind of like a reflective sort of thing. You know, their wings are clear. It's like they're picking up the sky. So that's why I opted for blue. And then I'm going to come in with some shadowing, basically with some darker colors. My Copic coloring is very messy. I love people that blend and use all the colors and have perfect, gorgeous, seamless blends. I am not that person. I'll just put it out there. I am not that person. I like to move quick. I don't like to spend all day on it. I like to color, but only when I'm in the mood, and I don't want to spend all day at it. So I'm a little bit graphic, a little bit scribbly, a little bit of a lazy crafter, I guess. So that's my sort of style of coloring. And I loved coloring in these stamps because they were not complicated. I appreciated that. There wasn't much to them. Didn't take me much to color, but I was able to put down this beautiful color and kind of fill in these adorable designs and kind of move on with the process. So here I have some dies. These are coordinating dies. Like I said, for even the sentiments, all the little stamps have these dies. I don't know if the little, yeah, I guess it does. I was looking, it does have the little inner portion of the honeycomb, I think even. Don't quote me on that. That might be a flower that I'm looking at. But either way, loads of coordinating dies. And I'm just going to nestle these right up to the colored in images and tack them down with some mint tape and run them through off screen through my Spellbinders Platinum 6 to kind of create the little pieces parts for this design. Now I did end up going back and also coloring in the other honeycomb with the Copic markers and die cutting that out because that's the second one that I ended up using on the inside of the card. Now I used a cool kind of a deckled edge die to cut down a piece of this gorgeous plaid pattern paper. I felt like that soft green just really, I don't know, it really worked with those warm honey colors. And I really love the composition of this, how this turned out. So I kind of figure out my placement, and then I use some very low foam tape. This is only 1 millimeter, so it's just giving the slightest bit of dimension. It's not going to really pop off the card a ton, but it is going to give it a little something extra. And I have this extra strip of cardstock, or pattern paper rather, that I'm going to put on the inside to continue the design. And as you saw in the photo, I did put the other honeycomb and an additional stamp on the inside of the card. So really I'm just assembling, just kind of putting all the little pieces together, trimming off the excess, figuring out where I want this stuff to go. I decided that Just Because stamp was super cute and that had to go on the inside of the card. So on the front it says, "Oh honey," and then on the inside it says "Just Because," and of course the B-E-E, because it's all punny and cute like the rest of the stamp set. So stamped that manually. I was being a little daring. I was debating on getting my Misty out again, but I took a chance and it worked out okay. So just going to reinforce that crease with my bone folder, pull off the backer off of this low profile foam tape, and center this on the card base. Again, 120 pound accent opaque, my usual. And then I just have to put all these other little pieces parts together. So I basically just have this all attached and ready to go. It's got some nice dimension. I added a little bit of card bling, and that's going to finish the card. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. Be sure to check out this small business in Illinois called Not Too Shabby. Loads of cute stuff. They have all their Not Too Shabby stuff as well as some other crafty companies goodies that they carry. So thank you for spending time with me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.